Hi best buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to make vintage style envelopes. But first let's have our shout out to Venus, Kelly, Liberty Lost, Jenny, Daggy, and Robin. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's take a closer look. Look how beautiful these are. Now I actually did use a vintage style napkin as my base, and I found it at the thrift store. And then I coupled it with some vintage laces from 1924, vintage and more. And I've just got some pieces in here. And this one actually is from 1924 vintage and more, that little piece right there. Let's pop that right back into that pocket. Let's look at the next one. There we go. That's down in there like that. Let's look at this one. This is just as beautiful. And then we're going to open it up like this, and there's where the back pocket is. And then open it up like this, and this is where we have our other tuck spots. Goodness gracious, I do love how this has turned out. Now I did sew mine along the edges. You don't have to. You can glue it, but in this demonstration I am going to sew mine, and I can't wait to show you how I made this. So let's get right to it. As you can see here, this paper has a waxy film on it, and this is my vintage napkin. It's got a little bit of a decoration right here. I have ironed it. And this is the right side up. Let's turn this way. Let's turn this way. It does have a few little holes in it because it is vintage. That's not going to matter at all. So I've got the right side up. I am going to bring in my watered down school glue, or my Elmer's glue. Now if this was a bottle was empty, I would fill about this much up with my glue and about this much up with some water. And then of course I would shake and shake and shake until it gets all mixed together. Now if you like to use something other than the watered down school glue, then that's what you should use. But I do like this, and so we're going to use it today. I have my brush right here. It's a flat brush. I do like a flat brush the best. I'm going to open this up, and we are simply going to place it right on top of our vintage napkin. Starting from the center, I'm going to just brush it outward just like this. Laying the glue onto the fabric, it will seep into the glue and it will make it stiff. Not super stiff. I mean, it's not like going to be horrible or anything like that, but it will give it some body, I guess is the word I want to use. So I'm just spreading it out just like this. I took a little, I think my brush has some hairs or something on it. I probably should just go wash it. All right, so then I'm going to add some more. So I'm just working my way out from the center. Just lightly brushing the glue outwards. Like this, brushing my glue outwards. Alrighty, I'm working my way around. Takes just a little bit of time. Of course, it does depend on how large your napkin is. I will tell you how big it is in just a moment after I finish doing this part right here. Adding some more. I need a little bit more glue on here. Being very generous with my glue. Very, very generous. Don't be stingy with it. You want to make sure you apply enough glue. I do want to add just more right here, right where that decoration is. So I want to make sure I get enough there. Working my way around. Just like that. I know it's kind of hard to see right because it's white on white, but I can't help that part. That's the color of my waxed paper. All right, so now when you turn it, sometimes you can see Yeah, I've missed a spot right here. Right here, I've missed this spot. All right, you guys. Now, I know that was very hard to see, but this is a dried one, and we're just simply going to peel it off. So it's dried, and we're just peeling it off of the base. I do have a little bit of glue sticking out. I'm just picking it off right there. Alrighty, so we've got our glued. Let me see if I can bring this in so you can see just a little bit better. You can see that it's firm. It's very, very nice. Now what I want to do next is I want to take, and this is the right side, I want to place these two corners together. And I'm choosing it like this because I want the right side of my envelope. It's going to be my envelope, but it's a napkin. Oh, I was going to tell you how big this is. This is about 10 inches by 10 and a half. So it's not quite a square. So I'm going to pull it back down like this, and I'm going to just crease it, and it will crease. It will crease, you guys. Alrighty, the next thing I want to do is I want to take this point and pull it inwards, and this point and pull it inwards. I really need my grid to do this, so I'm going to kind of take it half off and half on right here, guys, just so I can look and see what's going on here. I want to, yeah, that's pretty much lined up. Okay. It just takes me a few moments to kind of figure out. I barely have them meet. Just, it's overlapping about a ½ an inch right down here. I think I can move it up now. About a ½ an inch it's overlapping. Now I'm going to crease it. Just like that. I'm going to bring in a couple of little paper clips. That's going to hold it while I take it over to the machine and I sew it. Now, if by chance you're not sewing yours and you're going to glue it, then you would simply just glue the bottom down here. So, I'll be right back after I give this a stitch. Alright, so I have finished stitching it. I stitched along the side and I stitched down here. So these three sides. The next thing I want to do is I want to fold the flap down. So I'm just going to fold it just like this. And it's not exactly like a traditional envelope. It does have a gap right here. But we can open it up here, and this is going to be a pocket right in here. And then we've got a bigger pocket, and then we've got little pockets on the side. Little tuck spots right here on the side. Alrighty, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to decorate it. So I'm going to just bring in a paper clip and just hold it closed, and I'm going to try to work on top of this so you can see a little better, because I know it's kind of white on white. This is the only piece that isn't vintage in the whole thing, and it's just a double, you can see it right here. It's just a lace that has a center spine, and I'm going to lay it right over here. I'm going to bring in my hot glue gun. It's quick and easy, and it's great for making videos. I'm going to simply lay it right on here like this. I usually use my grid for this, and I might need to, because I like to see where this lace lays on my grid, so I can get my lace to stay even, so I don't have it too big on one end or not on the other. I'm going to just start with a little bit of glue right here, and I'm simply going to lay my lace down, watching to make sure that I don't go crooked. That's why I'm using the grid. Now that I've got it started, I can probably bring it back over here on top of the coffee dyed paper, and I'll finish it off here, laying my lace right on top. can use fabric tack if you like to do that. It really, whatever glue you like to use with your fabrics is the one that you should use. I'm going to just trim it off. I'm actually leaving a little extra, as you can see, on either side. Now I'm going to bring in this piece, and it is vintage, and I'm just going to pop it right on here like this. Now I will link the shop 1924 Linens and More. I will link her shop down below, and you can pop over there if you would like to grab some vintage things. Alrighty, I've got that one down. Now let's just follow it on over just like this, laying our glue down and then laying the lace right on top. Oh, it's coming together already. Goodness, it is coming together. Let's pick it up and have a look. There we go. See the beautiful decoration here? Alrighty, so I'm just going to trim this off. Kind of glued it onto that other lace. There we go. Alrighty, so I need something on the top. See, I put a couple of layers on the top here, and then on this one, looks like this. I hope you can see this, because I know it's white on white, but oh my goodness, so gorgeous. So I have a couple of pieces. I have this that I can lay down. I have this that I can lay down, and I have this. I really think I want to use this. I have this thing for polka dots that has some polka dots on it. Oh, I think that's gorgeous. And yes, it's bigger than the flap, and they all are. All of them stick out from the little flap here. This one not quite as much, but I just used the pieces that I had, and I didn't want to cut anything. And this one's actually almost the exact size of the envelope. So I'm going to just simply add my glue right onto my fabric all the way over, and then I didn't want it to accidentally glue that shut. I'm going to lay it right on the top. I guess I've already chosen, so I'll do it this way, and then I need to separate it to make sure nothing has popped through. No, it didn't. Sometimes the glue seeps through. Now I gave myself a little extra. I'm going to wrap it around the other side. I did not do that with the other ones, but this one I'm going to wrap around. I didn't want to cover up my beautiful design right here. Oh, that's so pretty. Now I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same trim that I put right down here at the bottom. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to turn it over this way, and I'm going to just pop that right on just like this. I'm going to trim this just a little bit. I didn't quite lay that exactly perfect. That's okay. It was pretty perfect on this side. Just a tiny little bit was off, and I'm going to, since my little diamond or pyramid shaped pieces are pointed outward, I'm going to do the exact same thing and point them outward on the flap. So laying my glue all the way down. So the thing that takes the longest truly is having the envelope dry with the white school glue or whatever you choose to make your fabric stiff, whatever process you choose. That's what takes the longest out of this whole thing, and it's just so gorgeous. I'm hoping that this comes through and you can see just how beautiful this truly is. What a wonderful Valentine's envelope. Some beautiful happy mail, right guys? Or just to place it into one of your journals. I just think it's exquisite. I do have an assortment of pieces here. I'm going to pop this in the back pocket. That's all the way. So you've got your flap, you open it up, you've got your pocket right here. I've got a vintage style postcard. I'm going to pop it right here, just like that. Then I've got truly just a picture from a book, a picture from a book. I've got a miniature postcard. I'm going to pop in here. I've got a little tiny tag. I'm going to pop it on this side in this small little side pocket that we have right here. And then I'm going to pop this small piece right here as well. I absolutely love this project. It's really not hard at all. Like I said, the thing that takes the most time is getting your fabric dry. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.